It's Willey's Firewood.
We're in the urban concrete jungle. Let me spin this camera around real quick.
You flip people off there.
Look at that beautiful view, huh? If that doesn't make you miss Maine and the trees, I don't know what will.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
But that's okay. Let's see who we got in here. Josh Leach, Mike, Rusty's Garage and Homestead, Roman. I'm feeling a little better. I got a bruised elbow. My elbow, that's not dirt, that's a bruise all the way around my elbow, and my butt cheek looks way worse than that. Clarence Dobson, good evening. Bill Saflarski, how we doing? Chuck, Basso Family Firewood. Brandon Hode, yeah, it's not raining down here either, so we're doing okay. Miller Stumps and Firewood, good evening. Ted, Rob, outside in the 515. Logger Jason, there's Sherry, and Wise Choice Firewood. So I've got the wife and Richard with me. Richard has promised he'll be good. If he's not good, we'll banish him to the other side of the room. Tim Poor, good evening. But we're live from New York.
New York City.
Yeah, New York City. So we went to Times Square today, and there's way too many people at Times Square for me. I went into the Hershey. We go to the Hershey store.
Hershey store, M&M store. We walked all up and down Fifth Avenue. We went to the Lego store, and we went to a really good pizza place that Russ found on some app. I don't know.
So the pizza was the highlight, but the people, holy smokes, talk about people. Times Square was a little busy, and we took Ubers in and out. And then in the meantime, my debit card has been put on a fraud hold because somebody in North Carolina tried to log into our account. So that didn't work very good. So it looks like we'll be using the business cards to finish this trip. So is what it is, and we'll take care of it and see what we can do. Russell's Firewood, New York City probably is fun if you like that many people, but you are much like me, so I don't think it's that much fun.
I think it's a fun place to visit. Would not want to live here.
Jack Lindauer, good evening. Ron Brooks, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Jimbo, how we doing? Big Rich, you want to show him you got the mullet all trimmed up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All trimmed up and ready to go. And yep, Legos for sure.
The Lego store was really cool. It was like 2 stories, and there was a giant Lego taxi that Russ sat in. So I do have a picture. I have photo proof of that.
Yep, so we got pictures. Brianna Gorman, sorry to hear that you're in the hospital. Hope you feel better and can get out of there soon. Daniel Atkins, good evening. Russ, Dave Grimm, how we doing? Ken, it wasn't me. That's okay, it was somebody, but I don't know who it was. And yeah, redneck in the big city is for sure, Tim. I'm not made for this city. I've traveled all over, and I'm not a fan of big cities. Doesn't matter which city it is. I don't think any of them are a whole lot of fun. Brian, Shotlift Family Firewood, how we doing? Dylan Vanderpool. Oh, finally got his cypress. There you go. Very good. That ought to take care of things quite nicely. That cypress is a nice machine. So Daniel Atkin thinks that you need an El Camino for your first car to match your mullet, and we can use the El Camino to deliver firewood. So what do you think about that? Put some dual exhaust on it, put some White Snake in the...
I think he needs a, I don't know, I'm thinking Camaro.
I'm thinking Mustang.
Oh, let's see. Just got a Redfin notification, and your house came up as a listing. Yes, my house is on the market.
Someone
the sign is out front.
Somebody buy it.
If anybody is in the market, come on over and let's make a deal. We like cash offers, that's for sure. That definitely takes a little more out of it. Yeah, Logger Jason, I like the Desolate Northwoods much better myself. You guys are cranking in the chat. Kevin Violet, hey K-Train, what's going on, buddy?
Hi, Kevin.
And beautiful head of hair, Big Rich, says Dave Grimm.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me.
No, not you.
No.
Rich has got you.
Well, that's all right. His hair is just about as long
Oh,
as mine.
Shotlift Family Firewood finally broke 1,000 subscribers. That is awesome. Fantastic. Good job, Brian.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Good job.
Toys are not included in the sale of the house. Those will be moving, and we've got some new toys coming home from the logging expo next week. So you guys will want to stay tuned for that too. We're bringing home some new equipment. So that ought to be a real good addition to the wood yard and ought to help us move a lot more firewood because we are getting busy, busy, busy.
I mean, Richard could probably leave some Nerf guns or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you want some kids' toys, we can leave some stuff behind.
Heck no, I have 25 Nerf guns and I'm not giving any of them away.
All right, so there, I think I finally caught up with the chat. So we got 56 people in here and 17 likes. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hitting that like button spreads this around and lets more people see it. Connor McCrae, all the way from Ireland. Good evening, my friend, and good to see you. So it's pretty cool. We've got people from the Philippines,
Yeah, we need to
Canada.
I want to go to Ireland. We should.
Connor McCrae, if we come to Ireland, you going to be our tour guide and show us around? Because that would be pretty fun.
That would be amazing.
Isn't there puffin in Ireland?
Northwest PA Firewood, how we doing? Toys included at the right price, exactly. So if you, exactly, as Kevin would say, exactly.
Exactly.
If you want to pay the right price, I can leave everything right there and I'll just buy new ones. So it's all good. Live from New York City. Yeah, we are, where are we? Long Island City?
Long Island City.
Yeah.
So I was in charge of like planning the whole thing. So Russ is obviously making fun of the choices that I made, but I was trying to be thrifty. And I got a hotel for less than $200 a night. But the whole reason we're in the city is why? Because we're going to a concert.
Yeah.
So I was looking for hotel venues within walking distance of the concert venue, and I think it lied to me because I don't think that this is. I think we're gonna have to take an Uber into the city, but
Or a train.
Or a train, something.
I want to take a train.
I haven't seen anybody famous yet. Maybe sometime while we're down here, but there's so many people, I don't know. I probably could have walked by 100 famous people and I wouldn't know it.
No one has recognized Russ yet.
No, I did have my Willey's Firewood hat on, but nobody recognized me, and that's okay. Kind of like incognito. Sometimes if I'm in the country and I stop at a gas station or a McDonald's even, I've had a lady in a McDonald's drive-thru say, "Hey, my husband watches you." And I'm like, "Yep, okay."
It's really weird.
So yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York City is not cheap. Definitely not cheap. And I have not seen a single firewood stand yet in the city. If I do find them, I will take pictures and I'll show you guys, but I haven't found anything yet. So we'll see. And we're going to see Teddy Swims, is it?
We're seeing Teddy Swims at Radio City Music Hall.
So Richard and the wife, they jam out to him, so.
No, not me.
Oh, Richard.
You do too.
Dave Grimm says that you need to Google Brian Bosworth from the 1980s and check out his hair. He said you'll love it.
All right.
So he must have hair like you.
I'll do that tonight.
Tomorrow we're going to the Botanical Gardens and the Bronx Zoo. And then on Tuesday morning, we're doing like a walking tour where we go through like a bunch of different things. And then, must not have a mirror, funny. And we're gonna do like, go out to the ferry where we see like the Statue of Liberty and all like Staten Island and all that stuff. So it's been a long time since I've been to New York City. It's been pre 9/11, so it's been many, many years, and I'm very excited to see the 9/11 memorial.
9/11 memorial.
Yeah, so my wife has really big plans, but we have two boys that after a little while, their desire to walk and traipse around this concrete jungle gets smaller and smaller. So we'll see how much of those plans we get done. But that's the plan anyway, is to do all of that stuff. And it sounds wonderful.
We're doing it.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We're doing it. Put your sneakers on. We're doing it.
Well, that's the other thing. They rushed me out of the house this morning. Hang on. The only footwear I have right now is Crocs. I had my Crocs on. I wanted my boots. And she started the van, had the van running and everything. So I was like, oh, we gotta go. I was looking for a tripod. I didn't get my tripod. So right now you guys are suction cupped to the window of the hotel.
We didn't get the. I turned the car on because I was cold. I was not rushing you.
She's rushing me. She rushes me all the time. She's usually the one that's 15 minutes late to everything, but today she was rushing me.
I wasn't rushing you. I was just cold.
Yeah, what a crock is right, Sasquatch.
You assumed I was rushing you, but I was not. They're not in sports mode.
No, four-wheel drive in concrete jungle. You never know who's going to sneak up on you. These babies are in four-wheel drive and we're ready to go. I missed some other stuff here.
Just a bunch of people saying hello.
Tim, Neighborly Homestead, Jason, Yadkin Valley Outdoors, how we doing? Good to see you guys. Well, I like to let everybody know I see them when they come in, so I just go back through. Carl Lewis, that'll be cool. I'll be watching for that video.
It's supposed to be nice here. Someone said if it ain't raining.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow, and fairly nice, so should be good. We'll see. It was nice today. We had a couple of sprinkles. We were out walking around, but it wasn't bad. Need a screen shine. I need a
What's that mean?
a shirt or something to wipe the screen with. They think my camera's dirty, so I gotta clean the screen. Can you get me something to wipe the screen with, buddy? Just a shirt or a sock or my sweatshirt right there.
Dirty underwear, whatever.
No, not dirty underwear. We're gonna clean it. You hang on just a second. It is dirty. The wife's looking all smudgy. I'll get her cleaned up here in just a minute.
I look great.
No, you don't.
Look how great my skin
Hang on
looks.
just a second, guys.
Oh yeah, I do look better now.
Much better.
You're right.
There we go.
Yep, they were right.
They're always right.
Much better.
My phone's dirty. I do everything with my phone, so it's always got fingerprints and everything all over it. It's just the way it works. There we go, much better. And if you hold your head just right, you block the lights there so it doesn't shine in their eyes. Oh, you're doing an excellent job. There you go. See that? Oh.
Yeah. Richard. Muchos gracias.
Yeah.
De nada.
De nada. Hey. There's a lot of that down here too. I heard a lot of multilingual conversations going on. I didn't understand half of them, but it's okay.
We saw the Saks. No. We saw the Louis Vuitton building that's new. That looks like a giant suitcase. That's pretty cool.
It's right next to the Trump Tower. That was pretty cool. That was all blocked off. Police all around that, and pretty cool.
Yeah, inside Trump Tower, there's Trump.
Can you go shut those lights off out there, buddy? Coming in.
There's Trump, like grill, Trump Sweets, Trump Cafe. How did we meet? Is that what they're asking?
There we go. So we met in college. She was actually my girlfriend at the time's roommate in college, and then drifted apart a bit and back together, and be 13 years of marriage this June?
12.
12 or 13? I don't know, 12 or 13.
Long time.
Enough.
Long time.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just another year, so. But no, we've known each other for a long time, so. And if I move my glasses, you're in focus too. Well, there you go. Give a shout. So Logger Jason wants a shout out to all the guys that were at the Bear Paw Firewood Roundup. They worked really hard and put 30 cords of wood up in a day and a half.
Wow.
And that was for the Boy Scouts, and they used that to make maple syrup at a Boy Scout camp in Wisconsin. So next year, if we don't do another concrete jungle tour, I'd like to go out there and help them with that. That sounds more my speed, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, this was planned many months ago, basically around the Teddy Swims concert. But yes.
Cords of firewood, not quartz. 30 cords. I knew what he meant.
That's a lot of firewood. Good job, guys.
Yeah, that is a good job. And they had quite a crew. I guess it was a stinky crew from what I gathered from what they were eating in their live stream they had. I don't think it was the best smelling crew around.
What do you mean? Like beans?
Well,
and
there was
stuff?
beans and some other stuff that was being fed. And I guess Chris from In the Woodyard, his brother,
Yeah.
I guess he has the best odoriferous odor of them all. So.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yep, see, Brian Shotliff was there. Blast, hard work, good food, great people. Yep, that was Kenny.
Should we tell them the story about one time when you tooted?
Oh,
This
yeah.
this was a good one.
So we'll call this the Great Dog Crap Incident of 2017, 2018, whatever it was. I had a wicked stomach ache and I went to bed earlier than her, and I let a few rip, and they were pretty good ones. And I heard the recliner click in the living room, so I said, "Oop, she's coming to bed. I'll pretend like I'm sleeping." So I was curled up and blankets wrapped around me, and she came in and I heard her sniff, and
the
she's
lights
like,
were off too.
yeah,
right?
the lights were off, and then the light came on, and she's looking around, and I'm like, "What's the matter?" She goes, "I think the dog crapped on the floor in here." I said, "No," I said, "I don't think it was the dog." And I let another one rip, and she just said, "Oh my God, you are disgusting." I
Yeah.
said, "I got a bellyache.
Yeah.
You don't want to hold that stuff in."
It was not good. Like, I had to turn the light on and look to see where the dog pooped. And it wasn't the dog, it was my lovely, odoriferous husband.
Somebody needs to have an event to cut firewood used to make good old moonshine. Well, that sounds like a great event right there.
Can you make
What would you recommend for a good dump truck? So if you're going to use a dump truck for deliveries and you want something to stay smaller, I think a F550 or a Ram 5500 with a 12-foot high side dump will give you 2 full cords, and it's still in a pickup size package, so you don't have a CDL or any of that stuff to worry about. That's what I'm going to push for. I have a CDL, but I like the 4-wheel drive option for us up here, especially where we get a lot of snow and ice and mud. The 4-wheel drive is just handy. So an F550 or a Ram 5500 with a 12-foot high side dump. Just do your measurements. 180 cubic feet loose thrown is 1 cord, so make sure that you got your bed on it big enough. Bo Knapp, I went to school with him. He lives next to Robert Daigle now. So yeah, look at me. So that's cool. People from everywhere.
Just look at you.
Yeah, just look at me.
Richard, we don't need a spotlight.
Yeah.
He wants me to cue a spotlight.
Yeah, we're not putting a spotlight on anything.
The hotel has those little reading lights that like are flexible and
Can you show them real quick?
no, I don't think we need to show them. I think they know what we're talking about.
Daniel Atkins' wife has the same story close to ours. So I am in Old Town, Maine, which is about 15 minutes north of Bangor. So right in central Maine. That's where we are. Foothills Firewood. Britt, how we doing, my friend? Good to see you. Found an 81 C70 dump truck for cheap, but can't talk the boss into it after ordering the new splitter. Ooh, got a new splitter coming. All right.
What brand?
Yeah, what'd we get?
Allwood?
Just looked at the cost of a face cord of wood in New York, $449. Half a face cord, $279. Well, if that's the case, I'll come down here and I'll start selling firewood down here. That's a whole lot more money. Uncle V, when you come down through, if you want to stop through, just give me a shout. We'll be around. Wolfridge, all right. Wolfridge builds a good splitter. So Gardner's probably an hour south of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, hour, maybe somewhere around there, an hour south of where we are. It's not too far away. Yep, yeah, so doing firewood, and I didn't think we'd ever be on YouTube either, and it just kind of worked out that way, Bo. So it's pretty good, and it's been good. So YouTube has done well for us to this point. And we're going to show exactly what it's done for us in a couple of weeks when we go to the logging show in Pennsylvania, and it'll be pretty impressive. I'm pretty proud of the work that everybody has put in, and it should help to make everybody's work a little easier when we bring the new equipment home for sure. So hey, have a good one, Jason.
So what's going on in Pennsylvania?
So June 6th and 7th, Penn State University is having a logging show. And as I know right now, there's about 60 to 65 vendors that are going to be at the show. And all kinds of equipment, anything from firewood processors to forestry equipment, a little bit of everything. They're going to do demos and demonstrations and all kinds of things. I'll be down there with Cord King and Typhoon. And I believe Timber Cutter Patriot's also going to be down there, Alan Collier. Maybe we'll do a little friendly splitting back and forth. No contest yet because that's saving for October. But
I have a question. And
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else has asked this question.
okay.
Where in vicinity of Pennsylvania is it anywhere near Hershey?
It is kind of near Hershey. It's not real close, but it's near.
Group trip, Hershey? Come on.
I asked you guys if
Come
you wanted
on,
to go.
wood
Ow.
people, woodhounds. Let's do a day trip to Hershey.
Yes.
Tim Poor had the box wedge crushing the big rounds. I saw those big rounds you got. That's nasty tree service wood, but that bloodwood doesn't care about that stuff. Robert Daigle, I do not need a second vehicle, so I am good with just one for right now. So yeah, it'll do pretty good. Well, Uncle V's family was just talking about going to Hershey, so if you go next week, we'll be down there. So feel free to swing by and stop in. I'm gonna turn this light on over here because
I
it's
don't
starting
know.
to.
I'm not
No,
sure
no,
yet
I got it.
with my work schedule.
No, never mind.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I have to look and see. I had to reschedule some of my patients. And I think some of the ones that I rescheduled were for the day that we would have to leave. So I hate rescheduling people once, let alone twice. So I've got to see if I can finagle my schedule. So I
I'm
can
leaving
go.
at 4 a.m. Thursday. AIS. That's what time we're leaving because I'd like to be there sometime around 2ish.
That's really early.
Clarence Dobson, glad to hear that, buddy. I'm glad that one of them finally made it. There's a second one coming. When you get it, that's just a happy birthday present. So,
Oh,
yeah.
somebody really special designed those shirts.
Yeah, my wife came up with that idea for those Cut Like Gramp shirts, and she likes to bring that up every time that she sees one. So,
I designed it, made it, and told you should put it on a shirt. So I'm very proud of those shirts.
you done good, honey. You
I
done
wish I
good.
could make a shirt.
You can. What would you like to put on it? Something with a mullet.
An R train. And
An R train. Can't have an R train. We already got a K train.
We
You're
need
Big
Richard.
Rich.
We need Big Rich and El Camino.
BR.
I'll see that.
Big Rich.
Clayton Blunt thinks you're pretty good looking. Doesn't know how to keep my hands off you. Trust me, I don't, but she keeps them off, so it's okay.
We're both so busy.
Yeah, I'm not that busy. I'm never that busy. But no, she's a good girl for sure.
Well, thank you.
You sure?
Oh, mullet and a couple of hockey sticks. I like
Yep.
that one. Yep.
You could shoot a hockey puck and the hockey puck could be on fire headed towards a pile of firewood.
Oh.
Big Rich's hot sticks.
This one, Connor says, put a mullet on a chainsaw.
Yep, absolutely. Make
I love
firewood great again. Put the mullet on the chainsaw.
No,
We
what
could
you
figure
do,
out something.
With skates. Love it.
Big pile.
See, Ted said he'd buy one if we figure it out, so you gotta figure it out now.
All right, we'll figure it out. You and Mom will have to, that'll be a project that we do. We can design it, and Dad has the ability, he's got the connections.
It's not like we don't have anything to do already. I mean, close enough, right?
I know. Russ is trying to move us all to Virginia, and I don't know.
I've got some interesting prospects for business and personal stuff in Virginia that if we could make it work out, I think it would really be worth our time and investment. But we'll see. That's a couple of years down the road probably at this point, but Virginia looks pretty nice, and I hear there's a lot less snow than Maine, so.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we do have another son. His name is Aiden, and he is 16.
Show
So
yourself.
Aiden is going into his junior year of high school. So I am in no way, shape, or form going to be leaving Maine within the next 2 years. But
So it's Bland County, Virginia, is where we would be looking to relocate to. Maine is nice, but the taxes are getting rough. The taxes are not fun. And it seems like every time we turn around, they get worse and worse. So, yeah, it's like I said, if it wasn't for the person that was trying to get me down there and the prospects of what's actually down there if we go, I wouldn't even entertain it. But it's everything that I want to do with somebody else that wants to do all the same things too. So I would have plenty of help and all of that stuff. So it would be pretty cool.
Someone wanted to know if I was massaging your injuries.
Not enough. Not enough.
You can't handle it. He's kind of a wuss.
I'll chop a finger off anytime. Don't pick at me. Don't poke me with needles. Leave me alone. Just, I can't.
Yeah, he does not. But honestly though, he's got a really, really bad hematoma on his bum.
Hematoma is bruised for those of you that are not medically inclined.
Big, massive bruise. And he did a pretty good number on himself. But
BB.
yeah, and then the same day I like burned the hell out of my thumb too. So it was a rough day. I said we all just need to sit down. Everyone take a seat.
I took a seat right on the concrete.
Yeah, well,
I was already sitting down.
A little gentler.
Oh, well, a little late for that.
Yeah, well, next time don't do that. Next time don't fall off the ladder.
So, yeah, so I got the yard cleaned up before I left. For those of you that watched the video, we're hoping to have 3 more loads of logs in the yard by the time we get back. I've got another 18 cord of firewood to try to get out before we leave to go to the Pennsylvania logging show, along with a bunch of material deliveries too. So we're going to be busy, and I don't know if we'll have time to get it all done, but we'll do what we can. We'll see from there. So we've narrowed the next chainsaw for Gramp down too. So we asked everybody what they wanted for a Husqvarna chainsaw, because we're going to use Saw Supplier, the company that we work with all the time.
Yep, I've heard great things.
It's either going to be a 562 or a 572. I'm not sure which one yet, but it's going to be one of those 2 saws, and that's what we're gonna end up with. And hey, chill.
What's the difference between the 2 of them? Because I don't know a blessed thing about saws.
So, in the words of Tim the Toolman Taylor,
more power.
More power.
Well, gotta get Gramp the most powerful one. So
well, I know,
the
but
one.
the thing is unfortunately, Gramp isn't getting younger.
He's
so
not?
So we're trying to keep things as easy for him as possible, because he's not going to stop doing it. And I think we're going to do a 562 first, just because we have the Echo 620, and the Echo 620 is his favorite saw right now. But just like 902 just said, the 562 is not going to hold up to Gramp's cutting style. We've killed 3 of them already.
So then why don't you just go with
because
the
it's
one?
A new series now, so it's supposed to be better. They're telling me that they'll last, but I don't know if they will or not. So I'm on the fence. The 572, he could probably do it, but I don't know. And the only reason that we're doing Husky saws, guys, is because we work with Saw Supplier. We have the 3 Echo saws that we want already. I want to be able to show you guys other saws. So we're taking our commission. When you guys order saws and you use our Willey 10 discount, we're taking that commission and we're putting it back towards new saws and all of that stuff. And you know, it's just more things for you guys to see on the channel. And if we don't like them, we'll sell them, or we'll donate them, or raffle them. We'll do something with them. But yeah, I want to be able to show you guys as many different options as possible, because there are plenty of different things out there that work for other people other than just what we use.
Different strokes, different folks.
What she said. Yep, yeah, that's it, Yadkin. That's the only reason we're doing it. So, and no, not fuel injected. These are all electronic carb saws. So, not fuel injected. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking once he gets that 501 from Briscoe, that's probably going to be it. As light as that thing is going to be, and as nasty as Briscoe is saying he can make it, I don't think we're going to need anything else for a saw. I think that's going to probably finish up everything for the firewood pile. Yeah, 592 is nice, but we don't get a lot of big wood. All of our wood is smaller. That's bright too. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Never mind. Going back in the dark.
It's fine. You're not in the dark. I can still see you.
Yeah, too many numbers, too quick. Yeah, they're doing all kinds of different stuff. So it's, yep. Yeah, Gramp likes to lay on his saw. If you watch him, when he takes his rakers down too far, he'll stall the saw in the cut a bunch of times because he likes to push. He likes to go, and it takes a good saw to keep up with that because he doesn't slow down. He works pretty quick with it. We have the opportunity to move to Bland County, Virginia, but it probably won't be for a couple of years. We've got some stuff going on there, and we'll see how that works. But that's to be determined and down the road. But you may see some footage from Bland County, Virginia coming up in the near future because I will be going down there for some work and to do some work. So be able to see the area that we would be in anyway.
You might see Russ down there a little more often.
So,
but it'll probably be a few years before we all, if we decide to move, if we all move.
Yeah, so it'll be different, but we're gonna have some interesting stuff coming up that I think you guys are all gonna like when you see it. And yes, Gramp has agreed to try to run the processor, Tim. So processor wizard maybe, but we'll see. He's pretty stubborn.
I can hear him going, huh, ain't that something?
Yeah, that's usually something along those lines, yeah.
Ain't that something?
But we'll see how it goes. We'll get him on it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Rich would be in junior high. Yeah, he'd be starting junior high. But I think if we moved to Virginia, Rich would be homeschooled. Because the other folks that we are talking to down there, they homeschool their daughter who is the same age as Richard. So we could homeschool and keep everybody right on the farm or the property and just kind of slow down a little bit.
Other thing about Virginia, because where I'm a nurse practitioner, Virginia is a full practice authority state, meaning I could still be my own boss if I wanted to do that. And I gotta say, after being my own boss, I don't think I could go back to working in a hospital or for a practice. So that's where we've had other opportunities to maybe go down to like Tennessee. I have a very good friend of mine that lives in Tennessee, but Tennessee is not a full practice authority state, so I'd have to work for somebody else. I don't want to do that.
You'd be able to come over for tea and crumpets, Britt and Jason. That would be pretty good.
And IVs.
They'd be an hour and a half away if we were in Bland County.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, Foothills, Firewood, and Yadkin Valley, they'd be close. So we could have all kinds of community wood days then. That might be a good thing.
Well, what about Gramp?
Well, that's the other issue is Graham's health isn't good. So if something were to happen to Graham, I don't know if Gramp would want to come with or if he would stay behind. But we'll see. I guess we'll have to play it by ear and see what happens. Kevin can come anytime he wants. We'll pack Kevin and his whole family right in a suitcase and we'll just bring him with us.
I gotta tell you, I really, truly, firmly believe that everything happens for a reason, and I think that the right people are brought into our lives at the right times, and people leave our lives at certain times for certain reasons. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's made a lot of interesting thought and conversation in the last month or so. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out. But like she said, everything happens for a reason. What those reasons are, we don't know usually until after the fact. So, oh, he can see my pretty face. The light's good. Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate you, buddy.
He's gorgeous.
We tried turning some more lights on, but yeah. Yep, what's for you won't go past you. So that's just it. Mike, how we doing? Mike, Lake Ontario, Firewood. So yeah, it's there's lots and lots and lots of stuff in the works, and a lot of that stuff happened because of you and all of this. No, not you. You. He was talking about you.
Oh, me.
Yes, you're cute too.
Okay. Thanks,
So
guys.
it's not me. They look at me all the time. That's why I said if we gave them something new to look at, they might stay around a little longer.
I was sitting there reading a book, and he goes, "You're going on my live with me." I was like, "I'm reading a book." And he goes, "You're not doing anything." I said, "I'm reading a book." And he goes, "Get over here." So here I am.
Because normally she's on her laptop or she's doing something work related when she shouldn't be anyway. So I figured why not, since there was no laptop out, she was just reading a book, she could come over here. Yeah, no, we're alive. I'm ready to get out of the city for sure. We did Times Square today, and
here.
Too many people.
We just got here.
Too many people.
I got a really good video of him. We were going up the escalator at the M&M store.
Yeah.
M&M store's 3 stories. So we're going up the M&M store escalator, and I turn it. I'm like, "What do you think about this?" And he goes, "Too many people."
It was giving me anxiety. There was so many people in those stores you couldn't walk through without bumping or banging into somebody, and it's just not my cup of tea. I am all set with that. Yeah, 9 million plus. That's about 8 million too many.
It's definitely different from going in, like having a very, very small population in Maine to this is extremely different. I like the culture. I like, because I love going to concerts and I love plays and I love, the stores and the different food experiences that you definitely don't get in Maine. So I like to, it's been, gosh,
I can sum it up in like
long time since I've been here.
2 sentences what she really likes. She likes to spend money and go different places.
Yes,
so,
I do. I like to go different places,
it.
which requires you to spend money. So that is correct.
Yeah, so yeah, you give her 3 options. She'll pick the most expensive one for you every single time, guaranteed.
I don't know though. So it's funny, like when we were looking at, like, say flooring, for example. When you go to Lowe's, they have all the flooring samples up on the top of the thing, and I'll be like, "Oh, I really like that one," and Russ will look down below, and be like, "Yep, of course you do. It is the most expensive one." I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
I'm trying to be
excellent at it, as a matter of
fact.
fact.
But here's the thing, case in point, you were just bitching about this hotel and the neighborhood it's in, and I got one of the cheaper ones. Had I wanted to get a more expensive one, it would have been double the cost, but you probably wouldn't be complaining about the neighborhood. So you get what you pay for.
Guys, this isn't the type of neighborhood you walk outside after dark in, okay? That's where we're at, and she said that we're in walking distance of where the concert was going to be. I don't know if you'd want to walk back. So,
It's fine.
Jimbo says sounds like it's a little high maintenance.
I would say I'm medium maintenance. I wouldn't say I'm high maintenance. I'm not low maintenance either. I'd say I'm right in the middle. I mean, seriously, think about it.
Oh, I think about it. I think about it often. She's really good at what she does, guys. That's it.
Thank you.
Welcome. John says you got good taste. She picked me.
Well, I know. I begged him to marry me every night. It's a true story.
Fun fact, had my bachelor party in New York City, and we stayed in bed Stewie? Huh. Oh, I'd defend myself still. I'd chase him with a pigeon. I don't need a gun. You can pick the pigeons right up here. Beat somebody with a pigeon. Don't worry about all that stuff.
What did you call a pigeon?
City chicken.
City chicken.
So just like you got prairie chickens, partridge, you got city chickens, pigeons.
He also calls seagulls dumpster ducks.
Yep, dumpster ducks. And then raccoons are trash pandas. So trash panda's my spirit animal. They're just always happy as long as they got some food and somewhere to be. I could be a trash panda. I'm okay with that. Oh, Bed-Stuy. Oh, it's pronounced Bed-Stuy. Okay. Well, that's not where we stayed, but it might be close. Oh, he calls them garbage geese. I like that even better than dumpster ducks.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that, garbage geese. It's like squirrels or tree rats. I call squirrels tree rats because that's what they are. New t-shirt. Could be a new t-shirt. Yeah, so Kenny just said he's still burning wood. We were still burning wood at home when we left too.
Yeah.
So we're like still burning wood at night, trying to keep the house warm because it's chilly. It's been in the 40s and raining, and it's just raw and cold. So yeah, firewood is not stopped yet this year, and next year's firewood is just, I don't know, people are going nuts. May was the busiest May that I have ever had in all the time that I've sold firewood by a long shot, and we're not done yet. I don't know what everybody's panic is, and it's mostly all new customers with the exception of maybe a handful of my old customers. So everybody's really buying a lot and getting, ready for next year, I guess. But it's been really, really busy, and it's wet. So we're having a hard time keeping enough wood and everything in to keep those orders going, but we're doing the best we can. Yeah, Shotliff Family Firewood had to relight his boiler this week. He shut the boiler off, so he did that. Yeah, our roadside stands emptied out completely on Friday in the pouring rain because it was Memorial Day weekend. And we filled them back up, and as we were filling them, we had people stopping. So instead of filling the racks, we'd just fill what they wanted in their vehicle and take their money and do it that way. So we split for quite a while and went to getting the racks filled back up, but still didn't get them finished because we just, we couldn't split enough, which is a good thing. So the roadside racks are definitely moving wood still. And somebody asked if K-Train got a house. He has been approved for financing, and we are looking at options for him. So my father-in-law, my wife's father, is a real estate agent. He's our real estate agent. And we're gonna put him in touch with my father-in-law, and we're gonna get Kevin into a house. I don't know if that's gonna be our house or not. We're not sure exactly what he's approved for financing yet. But if he's approved for enough, it will be our house. And if he's not, then we'll find him something and get him and his family into a home of their own so that they're not wasting money with rent anymore. So that'll be pretty good. Kevin works hard. Yep, Bland County is right next to the big tunnel, that's for sure. I've heard about the tunnel. I've not been through it yet, but I will go through it when I go to check it out. So we're gonna see what's going on for sure, and spend some time down in Virginia. Paul Bunyan Show, where's a good place to stay that's not sold out? That's a good question. I tried to stay at the Residence Inn because that's where they do the live. There's no rooms open there. So I've got to find somewhere for us to stay. We may Airbnb it, try to find a nice Airbnb or something like that, but we'll see. I got to do some searching around, see what I can find.
I thought you would book something already.
I tried to do the Residence Inn, but they canceled on me. They said there was no rooms. So.
Don't they know who you are?
They don't care who I am. I'm not special, so.
Anyone who's going to Paul Bunyan and wants an IV.
So if you're gonna drink and play hard and you don't want to suffer the next day, let this lady right here know. She's gonna bring all her IV stuff with her. So if we act like overgrown teenagers and drink a little too much, we'll
But I gotta know, because I gotta know how much to bring. And I'll give everybody a really good deal. So just let me know. We'll have like a sign-up sheet or something.
Yeah, New York City is a good place to visit, not a good place to stay. So I agree with that for sure. They say I'm a big deal. I think I'm just me. So it is what it is. I mean, we'll find somewhere to stay. I'll find something. Rent an RV and send it. That sounds expensive, but we could. You got any IVs that take off years? Ken wants to know.
Not years, but I do have some anti-aging stuff up my sleeve. So preventative aging.
So what's the price on the IV? They want to know. Somebody's already planning on playing a little too hard.
Geez.
See, you had to say something. You weren't prepared.
I'm just trying to think because I want to make sure I don't lose money on it. So I'm just trying to think. I think Paul Bunyan Special.
Paul Bunyan Special. Here we go. Salesman in the making.
I think $100.
$100. Get you back feeling like $1 million again, and then you can go play with the boys and do it all over again the next day if you want.
Yep.
Yeah. We're in New York. It's an experience. I left with a 25-pound bag of candy from the Hershey store. we didn't need 25 pounds of candy, but like I said, my wife likes to spend money.
Speak for
So,
yourself.
We got 25 pounds of candy. Does Russ get an IV before the splitting contest? I may well do that. That might be my advantage for sure. And we won't let Alan Collier, Timber Cutter Patriot, get one until after.
So I have wonderful IVs that are good for muscle recovery.
Bucket of
so
candy.
For this guy who just took a fall on a concrete floor, it would really help with all these sore muscles. And then we've got IVs like the hangover relief IV, and then we've got ones to help with brain fog and cognition. And
Can we put all of it in one? That's what we need to do. We need to do it all in one.
All of it in one, but I could probably do a lot of it in one.
So Chuck Basso, the Paul Bunyan Show is in Cambridge, Ohio. That's where the Paul Bunyan Show is.
I didn't know that, but I just shook my head.
Yes.
My brother-in-law is 15 minutes from Bunyan. Think I might make that show too. Awesome. Good.
Sweet.
We'll see you there. So the dirt work on the new wood yard will start not next week, but the week after. So when I get back, I'm going to probably have some videos of me running chainsaw, cutting the road in, and getting the trees laid down and getting everything ready for the gravel. When the gentleman comes in, he's going to have an excavator. He's going to pick the trees off to the side and just set them off to the side for us as he builds the road on the way in. So you'll probably get to see Gramp working in the woods over there some too. So he and I will go over there and we'll cut and limb and try to get everything laid out best we can for the gravel. And then from there it's hammer down and get it done. So
I got a question.
Yeah.
For Paul Bunyan,
Yes, ma'am.
are we able to fly out or are we driving out?
I think we might actually be able to fly out this time. But if we fly out, how are you going to get your IV stuff out?
Suitcase.
I see.
It's
Aaron
legal
does.
to take that stuff?
Aaron does that all the time when she flies.
Red Bull peanut butter cups and meat sticks.
Well, you know what?
Oh.
That's caffeine, protein. So sure. And actually, Red Bull has taurine in it, and taurine, I give taurine injections. So taurine's good shit.
Well, there you go.
So I approve.
Swear jar.
Yeah, swear jar. That's right.
Earmuffs.
Yeah, earmuffs. Family program.
I got your muffs.
So a $5.92 for firewood, American 716. If you have a lot of big wood, yes. If you don't have a lot of 3-foot diameter stuff, I think $5.72 is more than enough. But if you're running big stuff all the time, $5.92 is a great saw for that. So somebody wants to know what taurine will do.
Taurine's an amino acid that helps with energy and metabolism.
It'll wind you up. That's what it'll do.
That's what gives you wings.
I see. So that's the wings and the Red Bull is the taurine. Hey. Lay off snacks. It's almost bedtime. No, thank you.
That's okay, Ken. We knew what you were trying to type. We got you.
Our trip to Alabama last week, we had coffee, beef jerky, gummy worms, and Twizzlers. So this lady right here, every time we go on a road trip, she has to have Twizzlers too.
Yes.
Every single time. I can kind of pick out the road snacks and know what we're going to have. So Twizzlers is always on the list.
That goes all the way back to high school. So I've got to have, Twizzlers. I personally like the pull and peel, but he doesn't, so I don't get them.
No, those pull and peel things taste like chemicals. They're nasty.
Well, it all tastes like chemicals.
I know, but those are bad chemicals.
So I just get the regular Twizzlers.
IVs on an airplane is dicey.
I'm just saying, my business partner does a lot of traveling.
And he says to hell with the IV, just stay drunk.
Well, there's that.
You can always do that.
Like being
Out of
drunk
10
on a
bags, I
plane?
bet one bus.
Like drunk on a plane.
Listen, no one's
Can you
talking
go
to you.
put that light on over there now? It's getting dark.
I got a spotlight right up there.
Yeah, no, nothing bougie here. We went to the Hershey store and bought too much candy, and then went to the M&M store and didn't buy any candy because the M&Ms were expensive. You can have a store with 3 floors in it that sells just candy when you're selling it for almost $30 a pound.
Tomorrow's a little bit more bougie. Tomorrow we're going to the botanical gardens.
I also brought my Jordans with
Hey,
me.
Craig scored Coles. Good evening, buddy. So, the Twizzlers are not gluten-free anymore.
Well, I'm okay with that, but some people might not be.
Yeah, 572 I think is about the best all-around saw 716. That's the right size if you're not running great big wood all the time. So I think that's what I would do. Hey, have a good night, Chuck. Appreciate you, buddy. Selvin Marcus Reading's second account, wishing the family the best. So Selvin is from the Philippines, and he watches our channel. So appreciate you stopping by. I got behind a little bit on my comments here. Bought a Michael Kors wallet, $200 marked down to 40.
Sweet.
I need a new wallet, but I don't like spending money on something that just holds my money. I'm cheap like that. I'll wait until it falls apart first.
Yeah, I mean, because that's...
My wife loved chocolate Twizzlers. Never had a chocolate
I've
Twizzler.
never had it. I didn't know they made such things. Maybe at the Hershey store.
Yeah, the little sidekick's all done snacking, because if I see him snack anymore,
He just dropped a bunch of Doritos down
He's
here.
eating them off the
by
floor.
our
5
feet.
second rule.
Yeah. We didn't buy any M&Ms because they were $1.49 an ounce. So we were like, no thank you, sir.
Plus tax. So yeah, no, not doing that.
Plus we had just bought $50 worth of candy at the Hershey store. So I had a hard time
Yep,
justifying
902 says 70cc saw is right for chunking up firewood too.
that. Oh, Iffy
Yeah,
Kid needs a shout out.
I gotta get, excuse me, I gotta get some hats made up. I got the file from Bill Saflarski, and I gotta get some leather samples in so that I can cut my own patches, and we'll start making hats. Once I get them made, we'll have 2 or 3 colors, and we'll get you guys all hats. Everybody's been asking for them, so.
I just ordered hats for my business off of Etsy.
Yeah, I'm not ordering off Etsy. We'll make our own hats, boys.
Well,
We can do it. Iffy Kid needs a shout out. He was one of the hardest workers at the Bear Paw Firewood Roundup. Iffy Kid is the man. He was a hard worker at Hoosier Firewood Hysteria too. So he follows our channel quite a bit, and always like to see his comments on the channel. Sometimes he goes after the less than favorable comments. He's kind of like my little pit bull. I just let him go. So he's all good, and he is a hard worker. Ouch, a lot for M&Ms. Yeah, absolutely is a lot for M&Ms, for sure. $1.72 is within the out-of-town rules. Jimbo, whose side are you on?
Listen, if it was just me, I probably would have bought some.
She would have for sure. I know she would have, but I
Yeah.
talked her out of it. I will let you know about the hats, Ron. I've had a bunch of people want to know about the hats, and I honestly haven't had time to play with my laser a whole lot. If I get some patches, the patch material, I'll get some patches cut out, we'll make some hats, but I honestly haven't had time. Since we got back from the Ohio show, it's been straight ahead, full tilt. Then we had the Bangor show, straight ahead, full tilt. My wife says we're going on vacation, so here we are in the concrete jungle. There's lights blinking outside on smokestacks outside of my room. I don't see those at home, but we've got them here.
And we're trying to sell our house.
Yeah, and we're trying to
So-
sell the house, get the house cleaned up. That's what made me fall off the ladder and injure myself. So yeah, it's been busy. I've been lame and laid up, and we still did 23 cords of firewood even the week after I fell off and used the concrete to cushion my fall. So it's one of those deals. So Jimbo works for M&M Corporate. So
Well, I mean, you can hook a girl up with some M&Ms anytime. I think Russ can tell you our address, just so you know.
So the Be Willin', the
I like the peanut
Cord
butter
King
ones.
blocking machine, we sped everything up on that at the show in Bangor, and it improved it so much that one of the guys that came by and saw it actually bought it. He's like, I'll take that.
Sweet.
We sped it up quite a bit. They're going to make a different front clamp arm for it. I don't know if we're going to have one at the show in Pennsylvania or not, but we're going to have a couple new machines at the show in Pennsylvania. So we'll show those to you guys and let everybody see that too. Love the Echo 620. More impressed every time I use it. Was noodling some big rounds this weekend. The 620 for the money, and I don't care. Anybody, you can argue with me if you want. The 620 is the best dollar for dollar saw that you can buy on the market right now for firewood. I don't care which brand, which manufacturer, and I will put it against any competitive size saw in its class. For the money, you cannot beat it. Fantastic saw. And if you want it even cheaper, Willey 10 on sawsuppliers.com will get you 10% off and free shipping. So there's my guiltless plug right there.
I love free shipping. It's
Yeah,
like girl
that's all
math.
she needs to hear is that's girl math. Oh, it's free shipping, so I bought it. And I'm like, well, how much was it? Oh, it wasn't that bad. Well, how
Right.
much was it? Oh, it wasn't that bad.
It's free shipping.
And then I see what it costs. She's like, yeah, but it was free shipping.
Well, it's like if you're spending $90 and it's $10, $100 for free shipping, you might as well spend the extra $10 and get the free shipping.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean,
Charity, will Gramps get on an airplane on the road? He would be a superstar. I don't know if Gramp would fly. I don't think he's ever been on a plane. I think it would probably be a road trip if we brought Gramp anywhere. But he's game for a road trip, so we'll go from there. Yeah, and Brandon Hode, he messed up. He was trying to use the code, and it's Willey 10, not Willey's 10. Just WILLEY 10. That's it. So Ken says there's a hotel in Cambridge that's much cheaper. It's older but was clean. It's called the Scotsman. So I'll have to look at that. Maybe we can stay there and I'll just go over for the live on Friday night instead.
okay.
Yeah, see, there's no such thing as free shipping. That's what I say. When somebody says, oh, but it was on sale, what it means when it's on sale is they could have sold it for 40% less all along and just made the small profit margin, and you could have got a better deal rather than having the price jacked up until the point that they can't sell them and they say, oh, we'll mark these down, then somebody will buy it. And she usually does. She's like, it was 30% off. Look, I got a great deal.
I mean, I do that in my business all the time.
It's girl math. That's what it is. VersaCut bar. I got Grandpa VersaCut bar, and I got him an Oregon Light bar for his 359. So we'll see what those do. Yeah, free shipping is huge when you live all the way in Alaska. That's for sure. So the complaint department, I haven't heard any grumblings from Daniel very much over there, but Mr. Atkins has been fairly quiet. So I think our complaint department has been pretty good.
Who's the complaint department?
So Daniel Atkins has a channel, and he is my complaint department. So
Meaning what?
meaning that if anybody has any complaints, I tell them to email him because I don't want to deal with it. So I haven't seen any complaints. So Daniel's doing an excellent job.
I see.
Hey, have a good one, Tim. Appreciate you, buddy. No, code doesn't work for bars and chains. Only for saws and trimmers and blowers. So it's just for power equipment. Brandon Hode, fine print. Most free shipping is continental USA only or lower 48. Yeah, that's what most of them are, is lower 48, and that's what it is with me and my fire starters too. So
The shipping is so expensive. Like when you're, like when you're the one doing the shipping.
yeah, I'll go live at the botanical gardens. I'll show you what pretty trees and stuff look like when we're over there. I haven't seen much for trees that you could cut for firewood other than the parks around here. I have a feeling if you fired up a chainsaw in one of the parks, somebody might get grumpy.
I think they'd ask you to leave and probably put you on handcuffs.
That would be an awesome idea, Ken. We could sell tickets for Gramps USA Chainsaw Tour, and we could go to everybody else's wood yards and YouTube, and we could use the ticket sales just to get our gas money to go to and from. It could be Gramps American Chainsaw Tour. We could go spend a day or two in everybody's wood yard, and I think that would be a fantastic thing, and I think it would be a lot of fun. That's a cool idea.
Get an RV. Traveling chainsaw.
Have a good night, Ron. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, so we got the VersaCut, and I got a lightweight Oregon bar. I tried a couple different ones. I told Grandpa I wanted to try a Sugihara bar. I think it was Sugihara. He didn't like the price, so we went with Oregon. He said Oregon's fine, so that's what we did. So he's got 2 new bars for his saw. We'll see how those go, but they should be good. But
you know, if you wanted a real challenge, you could teach me how to use a chainsaw.
Why?
For the YouTube masses.
All right, so there's 76 people watching. How many people here want to see Mrs. Willey learn how to run a chainsaw? Because if there's enough people, we'll try to, well, there's one vote right there.
I've never run a chainsaw in my life.
So,
I've done a wood splitter, and I've done a lot of firewood, but I've never run a chainsaw. So
there's 2.
I think if anyone could teach me how to do it, it would be this guy.
There's 3.
So
4, 5, oh, look at them all go. Could be the next Heath and Rachel. No, we're faster than Heath and Rachel. It's a good try though, because even if she's not faster than Rachel, I know I can be faster than Heath, and I don't like to lose, so we're faster than Heath and Rachel.
Does Rachel run a chainsaw?
I don't think Rachel does run a chainsaw. I don't see many women running chainsaws on YouTube. I know Sherry does on Miller Stumps and Firewood sometimes, but I don't see a lot of them running chainsaws. So, see, Sherry's got 3 saws that are just hers.
All right.
Maybe she should learn how to run a chainsaw. Look at them all go.
I know.
Oh,
I gotta start with
boy.
like a baby one.
We'll start you with a 501.
I don't know what that
501's a
means.
good saw.
I don't know what that means.
It's nice and light, no problem. We'll get you some chaps.
Yeah, safety first.
Safety first. Chainsaw Jenna, yeah, she's got a huge channel. If I made half the money she makes on YouTube, I'd be all set. It very well could be, Tim. You know, standing over her, tell her you got to take the brake off. She takes the brake off, stands up, hits the trigger, says, what? And cuts me in half. But, you know, we'll we'll see what we can do.
You got your life insurance up to date?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
So somebody
All right,
somebody says we have to do a his and her cord challenge now, where it's husband and wife for a timed cord.
Life insurance first, and then chainsaw.
Yeah, she can buy a new saw. We'll get her a new saw. I saw you made a video saying the last time filling your firewood racks, guess it's goodbye until you put up your next location. So I talked to my father-in-law, who is our real estate agent. I can buy a license to keep my firewood racks on that property and pay them a portion or a fee every year, and I can include it in the sale of the home. It needs to be aesthetically pleasing, a little better than the old wooden racks that are there, but we could definitely do something like that. So that's something that we're looking at possibly doing. So we'll see how that goes. But I did discuss that with him, and I guess that's an option. I guess down on the coast, lots of guys have lobster boats. They don't have enough room to park the lobster boat in their yard, so they buy a license to keep the lobster boat on somebody else's property, and it's included in the deed, so that no matter who owns the property, they have a place to put that boat still. So I thought that was kind of neat.
I don't want it to cost the sale of the home though.
It won't. We'll give them free firewood. They'll think it's great.
If someone comes in with a big suitcase full of cash and they say, I don't want these hideous racks on my land.
I'll make them pretty. They won't be hideous.
I'm gonna take the suitcase of cash and run. And then we'll find something else for your racks, honey.
Yeah, somebody asked why Gramp doesn't wear chaps. Gramp has never worn chaps, and he never will. He had a pair on one time, tripped over them, and cut himself.
Woo, look at that.
So,
every round out, I get some M&Ms. Sweet.
Food motivated. Food motivated.
Very food motivated.
Good night, Brianna. Have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by. Chainsaw and a bag of M&Ms. She's good to go. Absolutely. So I guess you opened your mouth. Now you gotta learn to run chainsaw.
I wouldn't have opened my mouth if I was not up for the challenge. I am up for the challenge.
I guess when we get back home, you'll see a video. I've got a little
you might
440 Husky.
I mean, maybe I'll hang up my stethoscope and just start doing firewood with you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yes, Sherry.
So yeah, we'll I guess when we get home, we're gonna have chainsaw class. So
Okay.
Yeah, well, I got a 440 Husky. She can start with that, and then we'll go up to one of the 501s. So we'll start it with the little saw. I think it's 435 actually. He's deaf. Hearing protection is not going to help what little hearing Gramp has left. So he's deaf. It's not going to do a whole lot. I will usually put a set of earplugs or earbuds in when I'm going. But I usually only put one in because I like to be able to hear Gramp if he has something to say or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm guilty as far as PPE gear and stuff like that goes. I use my chaps, and I usually have sunglasses on, but sometimes I don't wear any of it. It all depends, and you know, that doesn't make it right. But I think at the end of the day, what you're comfortable with plays a big role in what you're doing. If you're not comfortable with a chainsaw, the last thing you want to do is pick that saw up and go to work without your safety gear on. If you're comfortable with it and you know what that saw is capable of doing and you've run them a lot, complacency is what's going to hurt you. You need to realize that that chainsaw is a weapon. It's just like a gun or anything else. You need to be careful with it. Uh-oh, Charlotte says she's preparing my demise and part of it.
No.
Oh boy.
I would be lost without Russ.
Oh boy. Good night, Carl Lewis. Appreciate you, buddy.
I couldn't do life without Russ. He's my person.
Yeah, so we'll do chainsaw class, and we'll see how that goes. But I had a long conversation about PPE gear with TKP. And I think one of our lives coming up, we're going to have TKP on here too. It's one of those things. It only takes one accident, but at the same point in time, they can be just as much as a nuisance as they can be a help. So it depends on what you're doing. I find them to be very, very bothersome when I'm in thick underbrush, like where we're going to be cutting for the new road in the new wood yard. There's a lot of small saplings underneath. They get tangled. It's easy to trip and fall. I don't know. We'll see. You'll probably see me with mine on, but you won't see Gramp. So that's the way it's going to be. You taking my job? Is that what you're after?
I could never take your job.
I think she sees how many people talk to me and like me now because of YouTube. Are you looking for new friends? What's up?
No, I have my own fandom.
You have fandom?
I do. Yes.
Fandom.
Yes. But I love you and want to help support you, and I think it's time. I think it's time that I learn. I think it's time.
Well,
I'm 40. If I'm gonna do it, I think now is the time. Let's do it.
so I've got a brand new pair of chaps that can be hers at home that Yard Marie sent, and a chainsaw helmet with hearing protection and a shield. So
Will they fit me?
yeah, so those are going to be hers. I needed to make videos for them for TikTok and everything else. They want to know if you'll be cutting in yoga pants.
I can. Is that a thing?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. Here's the thing. She's so awesome. You don't need to dress her in anything too special. She's already going to be better than most of the other woodhound ladies that are out there, because I know she's as hard a worker as I am. So I don't know.
Jack and Jill crosscut competition.
Ooh, those crosscut saws are rough. That's something that takes practice. I ran a single man crosscut saw for a couple of summers for like a little friendly competition type thing. They're a workout and a half, and especially where I got a messed up bicep, that pulling, I don't know if I could put a good valiant effort in on that.
I think that would be rough for you with your injuries.
I think it'd be all right though. I don't quit. It wouldn't feel good.
You wouldn't quit. You wouldn't quit until you literally couldn't move your arm, and then you would be like, I try my best, but yeah.
Yeah. So that I saw something about buttless chaps on there. That makes me laugh because there's a guy that wants a Willey's Firewood Speedo, and he cuts wood for me. His name is John King. He's over in Corinth, and I may or may not be in the process of trying to get him something very special made.
I think you should do it.
Yep.
Yeah. I think if he asked for it, I mean,
He asked for it.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the kind of advertising you want, but
Sure it is. Absolutely. You could put that on and wear your chainsaw chaps. Now you got like cheek chillers.
yeah.
So-
Yoga pants with chaps. Yep, I could do that.
Yeah, that is scary.
A woodchuckette. That's cute.
Woodchuckette.
That's
the
cute.
encouragement from the peanut gallery is fantastic.
I love it. I love
So
it.
so not only am I really busy and need to get everything else done too, we need to teach her how to run chainsaw in the meantime.
I was just thinking this. If I'm gonna learn to run a chainsaw, then you need to come and learn how to start an IV.
I can do an IV. I know I can.
You can?
Yep. I know I
Really?
can. I could do it.
Okay.
We'll even video it if you want. We can video it too. I know I can do it. It's easy.
Okay.
It'll take a little practice, but I'll practice on her because I let her practice on me. So let's do it.
I let all my nursing staff practice on me. I've got great veins.
See, he runs
So-
IVs on cows, but cows are different.
Cows are different. Yes. Yes, cows are different. than
She's
humans.
not a cow.
I'm not. Thank you.
She's
I'm
a
not.
pretty lady.
Well, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
don't know about pretty, but I'm a lady, so.
Hold the needle over your head before you jab. Banzai!
I mean, I do things other than IVs too, guys. Like I run lasers and like plasma energy stuff, and you know,
I run lasers, but it's a different type of laser.
yeah, different type of laser.
Mine's to set grade and things like that. I haven't done much earthwork in a while, but I still remember how to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
yeah. I do a lot of jabbing of needles, and that's pretty easy. You could probably do that.
I don't
no
like
problem.
needles.
That's pretty easy. Well, what the hell do you think an IV is?
I know, but I still don't like needles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Craig's Cord to Coles is 100 subscribers away from showing what's under the car cover in his garage.
Ooh.
So he's been teasing everybody. And I know there's something under there because I see the wheels.
Is it a car?
Could be a truck. Could be a golf cart. Who knows?
I'm gonna go with car.
But if you haven't done so yet, Craig's Cord to Coles, go over and check his channel out. Give him a subscribe. Let him know that Russ sent you over, and Amber.
Yes.
And maybe we'll see what's under that car cover. So that would be
woodchuckette.
pretty cool. The woodchuckette, yes, as she's been so wonderfully nicknamed now. What does your wife do for work? So she is a nurse practitioner. She has a health and wellness clinic of her own. So
Yes, so my business is 207 Wellness. It's probably pretty hard to see. There's my logo right there. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram as 207 Wellness. If y'all want to check out what we do, we have a lot of fun. Helping people be healthy, happy, hydrated. So, but actually IVs are just a very, very small part of what we do. We do a lot of weight loss. Medications is weight loss. And I've been in business for about a year and a half, and we've helped people lose about 8,000 pounds. So, which is epic. Yeah,
So somebody wants to know what's in the IVs.
well, the base is normal saline, but the other things are, depends. Vitamin C, glutathione, B vitamins, magnesium, a bunch of different things depending upon what IV you want. So we have about 8 different blends. But sometimes just just a nice old bag of saline, if you're really dehydrated and feeling garbage, can really make you feel better.
I am going hard for weight loss.
Weight loss, yeah.
I'm doing the GLP medication, and it definitely changes your mindset with food. I don't think about food anymore, so that helps. So those of you that have said that I've been losing weight, yes, I have been losing weight. 1, mostly because I'm working a lot harder than I was, but 2, because of the medication too. I find myself throughout the day, I do not think about food at all. I will make my cup of coffee in the morning, and I can just go. And it's dinner time, and I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm still not hungry. But my wife yells at me, now listen, so I'm going to tell you, you still have to eat your food. You should eat your protein, because protein is what keeps your muscle going, and all that good stuff. But
You have to eat.
I don't remember to eat.
Just because you don't think about food doesn't mean you shouldn't eat. So you need to eat to fuel your metabolism. And protein is for sure your friend. You want to lose fat, not muscle.
So Glowing, she does telemedicine and in-person both. So she does both. Do you have an IV for weight gain? Iffy kid's about the size of Kevin.
Oh man, not weight gain, but protein's your friend too.
Protein, 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 and more protein.
Yeah. As long as you have good kidneys. I mean, if you're on like dialysis, don't eat a lot of protein. But I mean, as long as your kidneys are healthy, you know, protein's your friend.
So Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty, the old guy, he passed away. That's what I just see on there. So rest in peace to him. He was a pretty cool cat, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
My suspenders are always cinched up. Very good, and you're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
I used to wear a belt, and let me tell you right now, a belt does not do what we want it to do. But the suspenders, they are perfect for that.
He needs the suspenders. I don't know if it's like plumber's crack or like lumberjack crack. Suspenders help.
No rear end. I'm flat back there. I got no booty, boys.
Go do some squats.
I do squats all day long picking up firewood.
You're obviously not doing them correctly.
Obviously not.
There's a difference between
You want to come out and teach us?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I know how to do squats.
Okay. I'll let you stack for Grandpa. I'll run the camera.
Okay. Well, listen. You asked me if I wanted to teach you how to do a squat. I can show you how to do a squat. I didn't say I need to stack for Gramp. I can't keep up with Gramp.
See, she's just little lumberjack crack. Yeah, lumberjack crack is not a good thing.
It is not.
Yeah, Brett, us big guys, we know what we do. I do the bend overs because I don't have time to squat every single time. That's for sure. It's all got no butt. That's me, buddy.
See, if you did more squats and less bending over, you'd have a booty.
I'm not trying to be bootylicious though.
I'm just saying.
I use M&M for weight gain.
Excellent.
What's M&M?
I don't need to gain any weight. I'd like to lose some more weight, but we'll see how that works. I mean, win some, lose some.
I've lost 170 pounds.
I've not lost 170 pounds.
Crack spackle.
Duluth Trading Company sells crack spackle. I might have to get some of that just because I think that would be great for a video. So I'm going to have to look that up after I get off this live, and I may have to order some crack spackle.
Yep, I think you should.
Get some for me too.
Rich says he'd take some too. So we may order up some crack spackle. That's interesting. Just don't fill the whole crack because that wouldn't be good. Imagine what the channel would do if you became bootylicious.
Oh man, who's the really handsome lumberjack that the funny comedian lady watches?
Oh, that sissy boy, Thorin Bradley.
Oh, he's yummy.
Thorin Bradley. I'd break him like a toothpick.
I bet you would, but I'm just saying.
He's got big muscles. Bring him over here. Let me see him for a minute.
How many followers does he have, you think?
Just a couple, and they're mostly female too. My female subscriber count is very low.
Just saying. I think that person, Bootylicious comment, is onto something.
Yeah, Mike Carter, he's being a big help right now. Appreciate you, Mike. You're doing a good job, buddy. Keep it up. I have videos picking on Thorin Bradley on my channel.
What you do?
I tell him, you don't need no sexy boy with big muscles to do this. You need a big boy in suspenders. And I swing the axe and I split the wood. One swing.
Why can't you have both? Why can't you do both?
You can, but that's not as fun.
Oh.
I keep people warm.
Yes, I know.
See?
And Thorin Bradley doesn't.
If I was little and skinny, I wouldn't be able to keep you warm at night.
I bet Thorin Bradley keeps some people warm.
No, I doubt it.
I bet he can.
Doubt it.
Except for
Doubtful.
himself.
So maybe what we need to do is we need to find out who wins in the splitting contest in October, and then we need to call out Thorin Bradley, and he needs to win go against whoever the winner is.
I like it.
Or he goes against both of us.
Can I meet Thorin Bradley?
Mom.
From a distance.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, Brandon keeps Shauna warm. See? We know all about it. Sometimes warm is better than hot. Yeah, this is true. Not the whole crack, the crack hole. Yeah. Yeah, so Yeah, I'm gonna look up that. I don't know. I think that's gonna be Russ and Thorne splitting contest, Times Square.
Yes.
I don't know about Times Square, but maybe.
I like it. I like it.
Too many people in Times Square. If they see that much lumberjack crack, boy, oh boy, we'd be in trouble. Amber, on your channel would be more pick up your
Chuckette sub
your
count.
Chuckette sub count. Yeah, I'd pick up some more. I've heard girls like shirtless men. They don't like this shirtless men, that's for sure.
I like the shirtless man.
Well, whatever. There's different strokes for different folks. We heard that earlier too. So,
Yep.
Pay-per-view. Oh man, they're all going. I got 100 for us. I'll tell you right now, you guys like TKP, but I'm not gonna take this little splitting challenge that we got going with him lightly. I've made myself a commitment to split at least a third of a cord by hand every single week, and we're probably gonna increase that amount every single week until we get to Bunyan. I like splitting by hand. There's something about it. It just really gets the juices flowing, and the more I do it, the more I enjoy it. I'm going to be ready for TKP when we go to Bunyan. I'm not taking this as a joke. I don't think it's a funny thing, but it is a fun contest. We're not going out there and like begrudgingly going after one another. But he and I, we both kind of split the same way, and I'm not going down without a fight.
What is like the competition, and what are the what is the criteria?
So,
make sure you're training correctly.
So people pick on us all the time because they say we pick the easy wood to split, which is true, we do. Because if you're going to split by hand, you don't want to be splitting these great big nasty knotty pieces. That's why you have a splitter. So what we're going to do is we're going to have probably some 24 to 30 inch rounds of probably some good straight grained red oak or maple or something like that, and we're going to split them into firewood sized pieces, and whoever gets done first wins. It's that easy. But there's all kinds of people. Oh, TKP's going to wipe the floor with you. Oh, you look like you're one cheeseburger away from a heart attack. Maybe you ought to start swinging that axe more and shut that grocery hole.
That's rude.
Well, I'll tell you right now, boys and girls.
Why are we going to be rude?
This big guy right here, I'll
He
tell you.
bought sourdough bread last week.
He's not afraid of work, and I hate to lose. I hate to lose more than anything in the world, so I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready.
What are you doing back there?
He's so healthy that he bought a loaf of sourdough bread last year.
That's right. He gave up his country white for
Yeah.
this.
I gave up country white bread, and I've gone to like sourdough and whole grain breads.
It's on.
It's serious, okay? And plus it tastes better too. It just,
No,
I don't know.
doesn't.
It doesn't.
for the
The
gut.
Canadian country white is just so good, so.
Yeah,
No, I think we're both gonna split with Fiskars X27s. He and I both like those. I'm hoping that Fiskars catches on to this and they send him and I both a brand new one for the contest. If not, I may buy 2 brand new ones for the contest because we both have ones that are pretty worn, but some new ones for the contest would be pretty good, so we'll try that. The contest was a topic of discussion at Bear Paw. See, everybody's picking up on this. He went after me on social media with Facebook, boys and girls. And I'll tell you right now, I don't back down from a challenge. He called me out and I told him I'll do it. And he laughed. He said, okay. He says, I'll be ready for you. I said, be ready for me. I said, I'm already ready. I said, when are we going to go? He said, I thought you had a bad elbow. I said, I don't need that elbow. I'll swing with one hand. And he just laughed. So it's going to be fun. I like splitting by hand and I'm not worried about it. If I lose, I lose, but I'm going to give it my best either way.
I'll help if Dad doesn't feel good with his elbow.
Oh, Richard said he'll help. If Fiskars is listening, yes, we do need a sponsor for the competition. So get an X32 for an edge up. Yeah, a little more length, a little better swing speed on that. So yeah, that would definitely be a good thing. But yeah, I think that we'll have some sponsors for this by the time it's said and done because TKP's got a huge fan base and following on Facebook and TikTok. And I've got a fairly good following here on YouTube, and I'm working on my Facebook stuff mostly because of him and calling me out. So we're working on it, but it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, a third of a cord every week, and you'll see little videos here and there of me hand splitting. And yes, I do have a log splitter, and yes, I will have other firewood equipment, but I got to get my practice in, so I'm going to be swinging away. Maybe you can come out and watch me swing. I know it's not thorn, but you might like it.
I liked the video that you shared of you splitting wood. I made a comment and everything. I said, "Oh, buddy." That's what I said.
She did say that.
She just did.
Hey, Davey, good to see you, buddy. So yeah, we're I swung a chopping axe, a Fisker's chopping axe the other day because I didn't realize it was my splitting axe. That didn't work real good. That sticks. It doesn't split. So you got to make sure you have the right tool, that's for sure. Oh yeah, we're going to record it. So it will be at the Typhoon booth at Bunyan on Saturday. We're thinking around noontime. We will have all kinds of publicity leading up to it, right up until the contest and everything else. And rumor is there's going to be a ring set up like a boxing ring, and he and I are going to be in the ring with our wood and our axes, and we're going to go to it. So should be a good time, should be a lot of fun. You can wear what you want for PPE gear, you can swing what you want for an axe or a maul, and we'll have to see how it goes. But I'm ready to bring the trophy home. North versus South, and the trophy needs to come back to Maine because Bunyan is from Maine. Bunyan is not from Ohio.
Yeah, I was always really confused about that.
They always say that Paul Bunyan's from Ohio area, and then some of them say he's from Wisconsin. He's not.
Maine.
He's not. Have a good night, Brent. So, Paul Bunyan's from Maine. The Paul Bunyan Splitting Championship comes back to Maine, and that's where we're bringing it. We keeping you up?
Yeah, actually you were.
Sheesh. All right, boys and girls. Unless anybody has anything else, I think we're gonna call that a. Oh, Minnesota's Bunyan now too. Maine. It's Maine. He's from Maine. I got books that I read in elementary school to prove it. Even, right?
We got statue of him and everything.
Yeah, statue, everything. Yeah, we didn't have Babe, but we got the big old statue of Paul Bunyan. So. Yep, split with a dull axe. It doesn't stick. So. Dull axe works better for sure. So if you got something without a real sharp edge on it, it works better. And now Davey's saying that Bunyan is in New York. So
Oh my God. Well,
everybody's got Bunyan. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, and Obama's from Hawaii. I don't think he was from Hawaii, but that's okay. He was there either way. But we'll see you guys on the next one. We'll have some videos, but it probably won't be until Tuesday or Wednesday before you see another video from us. But don't worry, we're okay, and everything will be good. And we will see you on the next one. So have a good night, guys.